What's up, dudes and dudettes? Today is a video on Murky, and this character is probably one of my favorite of all time, only because he's just weird and his mechanic is very, very different than every other hero in the game. So Murky's kind of deal is he has very, very little health, and he dies pretty easily if he's really in bad position. But the good side is he has an egg that he can place anywhere he'd like, and he can respawn from that egg after a very, very short time. So his main priority is going to be pushing. He's a melee specialist, and yeah, let's get into his abilities if you guys have never played him before. Slime is his Q. Release slime to damage and slow enemies. So it says deal 86 damage and apply slime on nearby enemies for 6 seconds, slowing them by 20%. Deal 210 damage to enemies who are already slimed. Then you got Pufferfish for your W. Spit out a pufferfish with 225 health at the target point. After 3 seconds, the fish will blow up for 410 damage, deals 50% less damage to structures. Unfortunately, I believe that was a change later on. I don't think it did 50% less damage to structures when he was first released. I don't think it was like that. So then safety bubble on your E, become invulnerable for 2 seconds, while active Murky cannot attack or use abilities. This saves you all the time. And then for his trait, this is the egg I was talking about. So place an egg at a target location, revealing the nearby area. Upon dying, Murky respawns at the egg after 8 seconds. Murky only grants 25% of a real hero's experience upon dying. So basically, when someone dies, it's 1 death. When Murky dies once, it's 0.25. So he has to die 4 times to equal the amount of death for 1 person. If Murky's egg is killed, he is revealed to enemies for 15 seconds, and the spawn egg is placed on cooldown. So yeah, they're going to find out where you are, and you can't place an egg for a little while. Now his 2 heroics are both good, I feel. As he's kind of progressed, it seems like one has been better than the other's been better than the other, and vice versa for a little while. But let me just explain these two for a little bit. March the Murlocs. After 0.75 seconds, Murky commands a legion of Murlocs to march in a target direction, each one leaping onto the first enemy hero or structure they find. Each Murloc deals 125 damage and slows his target by 15% for 5 seconds. Murlocs deal 50% damage to structures. So this one, I think it was used to be used as a pushing technique, and it kind of still is in a certain way. But I think a lot of actually, I'll explain after I explain this one so you can get a better idea. So, Octograb. Stun and poke an enemy hero. Murky summons an octopus to stun target enemy hero for 3 seconds while he hits them for 1 damage a second. So basically you stun him and hit him with the big fish for 1 damage a second, which is virtually nothing. It's pretty shitty. So the whole difference between these two, the way you can kind of look at it, Octograb will control 1 person for 3 seconds and do 1 damage a second, unless you get the talent at 20 to do a little bit more damage. So really you have to wait till 20 for the Octograb to really pack a punch. Whereas March the Murloc, you can control a whole area wherever your Murlocs are marching. So if you place it right, March the Murlocs I think can be better, but if you have a team that's very orientated to taking certain people down, you can go in with Octograb and they can focus him. So really depends on the situation you want to go. So now let's get into the talents. So the first talent that I usually like to go is either Fish Eye or a Fishy Deal. Let's go up here and click it. So Fish Eye or a Fishy Deal. So the Fish Eye, the egg's health is increased by 100%, its sight radius is increased by 300%, and it can see stealth enemies. That is huge, 300% to see stealth enemies. For a person that plays mainly Valera, and I used to play a lot of Zeratul, it really, really, really sucks when an enemy Murky picks this talent. It puts a huge damper on the game. So if you're a Murky and there's a stealthy, definitely pick this talent because it's going to be really, really helpful. And also the passive, spawning from his egg, increases Murky's mount speed to 45% for 5 seconds. So it can be good to spawn from and then run somewhere kind of far away so they don't really know where your egg is at that moment. Fishy Deal, this is basically bribe, and it used to be better, but unfortunately they kind of nerfed it down a little bit. Killing a minion with pufferfish grants a stack of bribe. Use 8 stacks of bribe on a mercenary, instantly defeating them. Does not work on bosses. Maximum of 32 stacks of bribe. So I think to really be aware of this talent is that the pufferfish has to kill the minion. It used to be, I believe it used to be where you would actually just kill minions or something similar to that. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't. I don't remember it being where the pufferfish itself had to kill the minions to get the bribe. So it's a little bit harder to get. You have to time it a little bit better, but it's still a good talent. Number 4, I left this one blank on my list because it really depends on how the game is going. I think they're all kind of equally useful depending on what strategy you want to go. So I'll kind of go over these briefly. So slime time. Slime enemy heroes that are already slimed. So that's how you have to do it. A lot of people that I've played with it try to do this talent. They kind of don't realize, like, I'm sliming the enemies, but I don't get why it's not counting. You have to slime enemies that are already slimed. So slime a person, then slime them again, and that's going to count towards your quest. So the reward is after sliming 15 heroes, increase slime's bonus damage by 125. And then the next reward, after sliming 30 heroes, increase slime's slow amount to 30%. So definitely a good one if you can get all those rewards in there. Pufferfish, the pufferfish gains 50 spell armor and deals 50% more damage to slime targets. So it's definitely good if you're doing a lot of pushing and clearing out the minions, because you can clear those out pretty quick, basically just with one combo. Living the dream. So every 15 seconds Murky's alive, he gains 5% spell power up to 15%. The bonus is reset upon his death. So the deal with this one is basically don't die, and you're going to be a little bit stronger. But if you're kind of new to Murky, I would probably not pick this one because you might be wasting another talent during the time you're getting used to him. So either one, if you want to go more push build, then definitely the tougher fish or more aggressive hero attacking slime time. Number 7, I really like slippery when wet, and this has gotten me out of a lot of trouble before. So you gain 50% movement speed and move through units while in a safety bubble. Additionally, the safety bubble's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. So not only do you get a cooldown reduction, but you get a movement speed. So it's kind of nice. So you can go in, do some damage when you're about to die. You pop your E, you're invincible, and then you have 50% move speed to get the fuck out of there. I'm not going to go over these. You can read them yourselves, but I'm just kind of going over the build that I usually go. Number 10, like I was explaining before, the difference between Octograb and March of Murlocs. March of Murlocs, do you want to control more of an area, or do you want to control just one person? Both are good, but like I said, depending on the situation. 13, I generally almost always go safety bubble, because that's one way to stay alive, because even though Murky's death isn't really that penalizing, you still shouldn't die. Let's see, number 16, fish oil. So cast slime at pufferfish location. This one I don't pick that often, but when I do, I'm really happy that I do pick it. So wherever you throw your pufferfish, is going to splash some oil or that slime, and then you can. It's basically extra DPS for you. Number 20. So my philosophy has always been this stage of the game is very crucial. If you die, you could probably throw the game. Murky is a little bit different, that he responds really quickly, but still you don't want to die so easily. You want to be able to put up a little bit of fight. So in that sense, I'll generally go big Tuna Kahuna, and his maximum health and egg respawn time are doubled. So it gives him a little bit of tank, but you're not going to be back as quick. There's some people that go never-ending Murlocs, and I tried to do that myself for a little while, but the idea is a little bit better than the reality, I feel, because while you're doing the never-ending Murlocs, sometimes it can be pulled off and it can be really awesome and a game changer, but for the most part, you're going to be going for a couple extra seconds longer until someone either kills you or you have to move out of position. If you went the stun ultimate, you probably want to get this one. This is the octograb damage I was talking about. Once you hit 20, so your stun is going to do a little bit more damage with the big fish that he gets in his hands. And yeah, so that's basically this main build with a couple of the variable ones that I mentioned earlier. That's kind of the standard build I usually go with Murky. And this push is going to be just cancerous. I mean, you're not gonna. I'll help in team fights where I can, but for the most part, you want to get as much siege damage and get ahead as much as you can, so you get that level offset and you get enough experience. Basically, Murky's like a malignant tumor. If you don't pay attention to it and don't treat it early on, it's going to be quite a problem later on, and you're probably going to die from it. So, yeah, let's start a game and let's see this build in action. Alright, finally found a game. It actually wasn't too long of a wait for me this time, so that's not so bad. So we've got a 3-lane map, Infernal Shrines. Let's see if we have any Cloakies. Tyrande, kind of. A little bit. Not really, though. You know, I think I might go Bride. Yeah.
10 seconds.
Or a Fishy deal. It used to be called Bride, but yeah. Basically, it's Bride.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And generally how it always goes, Murky bot. It's kind of just the way it is. Kind of weird. So I'm going to place my egg a little bit back down here with D. And just in case if anybody gets close, and I got some tower defenses here. It does suck. Sometimes you have to really be careful with it if there's a cloaky, because they can sneak back down through here, and then boom, hit your egg right there. So if you're playing with a cloaky as Murky, just kind of be mindful of that. Okay, Zagar's starting strong with a little push there. It's cute.
The first shrine will be active soon. Steel yourselves, heroes.
Zagar is a little annoying, kinda.
Choose a talent.
I mean, not bad gameplay, not by any means. Just
Done.
gotta keep an eye on her.
Activate the shrine, defeat its guardians, and the Punisher will be ours.
So for this one, I think I might want to do a little bit more damage to her. Hopefully your team is doing all right up there. And one thing that's cool about Murky is you see how I got hit pretty well right there, or pretty bad. Look how quick my health respawns. It's fucking insane. So with this bribe, one thing you kind of want to do is kind of get these guys maybe a little less than half. And drop your thing. Hope she doesn't kill it. So I got some stacks there. I got one stack.
We have summoned a mortar Punisher.
So I died, so not so bad. Look how little that respawn timer is. So luckily we got the top Punisher. That's good. Scar hasn't really been able to do that much shit. So as long as I keep killing her creep and defending her thing, she'll be alright. Well, our team can hopefully push. Although I haven't really pushed much myself, so she's kind of getting a little bit of the upper hand. So move faster during your bubble, slippery when wet. Slippery shit, know what I'm saying. Wow, I couldn't even hit my E. That was quick. Well, looks like we did pretty well at on top. It's really well. She's wearing me down a little bit on bottom. I mean, one tower, a wall, maybe almost a gate. We still got the top floor, which is kind of nice. And generally, these are supposed to kill ammo, so you want to kill them out pretty quick.
Getting on my nerves.
Right. Say it ain't so, Rainer. So maybe they can chase her out a little bit. Yeah, she's gonna fucking die. Looks like we're able to push here a little bit. What's funny is like I can just run for a while, and if they chase me, I mean that's wasting time. They're only gonna get 0.25 of a death, so it kind of, if they chase you, you're doing something right. If I get some of these down, got some of them. Got 3 stacks of bribe.
A shrine is gathering power, heroes.
Take these out. That shrine is going there top. Hopefully we might get something down here.
The shrine is ready. Go and claim the Punisher's power for the high heavens.
Alright, this I'm probably going to go march the Murlocs because I like to control areas.
This hero's getting on my nerves.
Just place my egg over there again. Ain't no big deal.
The forces of evil are mighty.
Wow, I slipped on my ult. Almost got her though. But I got my egg down. I am back, and she's still getting worn down.
Rise stronger than before, hero.
At least I got her to back off a little bit. Okay. Get your little fucking creep.
The demons have unleashed a frozen Punisher.
Haha, she missed.
One of our forts has fallen.
It's gonna be nice once I get my health.
We have cleansed these heavens of the demon's Punisher. You have been slain.
Are you dead?
Such daring.
And her deaths are worth much more than ours
Getting
are.
on my nerves.
Choose a talent.
Got my safety bubble. See what I mean? How you can kind of control all that?
Now that's what I'm talking about.
A shrine gathers power. Prepare to activate it. There is strength in your heart. Call upon
Still got my egg, luckily. And all that, I've only done 1.5. I mean, it's not good, but it could be worse.
Go and claim the shrine.
So they're gonna be late.
Show its guardians your resolve.
Well, our team's already there. So we got 2 bribes here. I might save it for the next one because I can kill these guys. Because if I can maybe sneak their camp. With Murky, you're always working as fast as you can.
We have summoned an arcane punisher. Choose a talent.
Just gotta keep that pressure on him. So fish oil, I like doing that because you can cast slime at the location.
Keep destroyed. No, our Punisher has been felled.
At least our team is doing good.
Ally needs help.
It's hard to do good at the Murky if your team doesn't really hold its own very well. It's gonna be up in 2 minutes. I'll try to just get the. I have to use bribe for time's sake.
Within a shrine. Be ready, mortals. Rise stronger than before, hero.
So now I'm gonna need to move my egg, and I'm probably gonna put it right up here, just to be a little on the safe side.
Activate the shrine. Do not let our enemy claim the Punisher's power.
Let my little babies in there. I can kind of control this whole area
Your
here.
spirit is strong, mortal. Double kill. Triple. Quad kill.
That's why I kind of like Murloc.
Couldn't have done better myself.
angels smile on you.
Yeehaw! Nice work, kid.
A mortar Punisher joins the
Clear
high
that
heavens
here.
in battle.
We ought to capture this mercenary camp.
Give Rainer a little help.
The forts of hell have no place here.
So then I'll go big Tuna Kahuna to stay alive a little bit longer. So I'm kind of not like a tanky Murky.
Burn their forts in
Oh my
righteous
god,
fire.
this is disgusting.
Honorably done. Keep destroyed. The burning hells have slain our Punisher.
And that's basically that cancer's push. You just fucking keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing.
You serve the heavens.
And we didn't even get all
well.
our Q or all our Q rewards, but hey, we got a victory out of it, so that's definitely good. Yes, that Rainer was very good. I have to give him a thumbs up. That's some good stuff. Nice. So let's go over a little review of that build that I went. So we went a fishy deal, basically bribe, slime time, slippery when wet, March of the Murlocs, rejuvenating bubble, fish oil, and big Tuna Kahuna. So that's that Murky build in a nutshell. He's really fun to play. Just always remember that he's just going to be that annoying thorn in your side hero that just... It's basically death by 1,000 cuts with this hero. And don't be afraid to die, but also at the same time, try to stay alive as much as you can. Because if you do die, it's not that big of a setback. But if you still stay alive, it's really harder for them to get you. And once they kill you, again, it's not too bad. And if they chase you, you're doing something right, because then they're distracted of doing stuff that they should be doing, maybe soaking XP or any stuff like that. So just kind of be annoying with Murky. Just fucking piss people off. That's my motto. Alright, that's been the Murky video for this build, the Cancer build. Thank you for watching, and I'll probably do some new heroes here soon, and drop a comment if you want to see any other ones. Have a good day.